Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is Diaz
and Paloma Star.
And today we have a very special guest all the way from Ireland, the Big Brother UK finalist, Cian Carrigan.
Hey, I'm so happy to be here.
This is great. I'm a little bit starstruck. I'm so happy to be here.
Starstruck? What are you talking about?
I've been watching you guys for quite a while and I love your work, so I'm really happy to be here.
Question for you. Who's your all-time favorite and who's your current favorite wrestler?
All-time favorite Lita, without a shadow of a doubt. Current, I am Irish. I'm obviously going to say the man, Becky Lynch. I am Irish.
So this is our WrestleMania go-home week. Can we believe it?
So weird. So weird. Who would ever thought that would be in different parts of the world in our rooms talking about the go-home show for WrestleMania?
This is a good thing about using this technology. We can bring someone like Cian into our review. Very blessed with it. Let's start from SmackDown. So we had this segment with Bayley and Sasha came out. It's a fatal 5-way. Dana Brooke has been eliminated due to a health issue. One thing that we definitely noticed is Bayley's new, it's not new haircut, it's revamped haircut.
She really wants to speak to the manager.
Yeah. She is Karen Sean.
To the assistant manager, now she wants to speak to the general manager.
She wants to speak to the CEO with that haircut. That is Karen Sean, that haircut is.
Her persona, and who she's playing is like a snotty teenager, but then how she actually looks is like Supermom. It makes no sense to me. It just makes no sense to me. The makeup is a bit better, but the hair is absolutely scandalous, and I am not a fan.
Let's talk about our best friend Sasha Banks, who was serving her face. She was serving that face acting moment when Bayley was asking
us together, it's just, that's it. There's no separation, right?
That was a pretty cool moment.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of foreplay.
I was like, where are they going with it?
Just a little bit of foreplay, I think, there. Oh, is that a bold word? Is foreplay bold? It is. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
I love foreplay. Let's stick with foreplay.
And then Naomi came out looking amazing.
Everybody was serving looks in this segment. That jacket that Naomi was wearing was the Harley Quinn jacket.
Oh,
I loved it. I loved it.
That's so
really
cute,
nice on her.
Naomi just dragged Sasha.
Why you standing there looking at me all stank?
Yeah, it was a cute little interaction. It's nice to see Sasha and Naomi interact because I think it's been so long since they have, isn't it?
The team.
It's been really long. Yeah. Since to see Sasha and Naomi interact. So it'd be nice to see them square off with each other at WrestleMania.
And the last member of Unity came out, Tamina. And the commentators are saying she's a dark horse of this match. Do we think she's a dark horse of this match?
I don't think she's a dark horse to win it, but I think she could be a dark horse to kind of be a bit of a glue in it. The muscle of it. Her facial expressions are amazing because she genuinely looks like I am so unbothered. Like, look at you. I'm so unbothered. So I'm looking forward to seeing her in the match because I do have a soft spot for Tamina. I do.
I actually kind of wish she didn't even say anything. I don't think she could have said actions speak louder than words. I think she just came out, even grabbed the mic and looked around and just started super kicking everybody. Would have been cooler. But it was awesome to have her little moment to shine, even if it was that, because I think she's definitely underrated and a lot of people are sleeping on her, and for her to get that opportunity, hopefully you could be oh, there's Tamina, she's really here now, and hopefully they'll give her the chance to really get the push she deserves.
I think during this quarantine time, there's two types of wrestlers. There's one type that makes a lot of noise, like Nikki Cross and Asuka. We will be talking about that very soon. But there are people that's very quiet, and it's really awkward, and Tamina was one of them. When she was attacking people, it was really quiet.
Yeah. I noticed that too. It was silent. When Lacey went down, it was mute. It was mute for 3 seconds. I was oh my God, someone do something. Help Tamina. This is her big moment. It was mute.
People that did make a lot of noise. Alexa Bliss versus Asuka match. Nikki Cross.
I love her. Yeah, I love her. I loved her interaction with Michael Cole.
So Alexa Bliss versus Asuka match. What do we think of this match?
I feel like that match was the first one that I felt needed a crowd. I think it would have been a way better match if there was a crowd there. It was a good match. It was decent. It was lots of back and forth with it, which I really, really enjoyed. But I feel that was the first time where I'm this would have been so much better if there was a crowd here.
Well, okay, so I do have to disagree just a little bit because I feel having Nikki Cross there.
How dare you?
I feel having Nikki Cross there was like having at least 100 crowd there. Like she was so loud. And it was so entertaining because everyone was so chatty. There were a lot of screaming. There's a lot of interactions going on. I feel like this was perfect match for quarantine. I never felt like it was empty. I didn't even think of it being empty place.
And Nikki Cross's personality did really come across a lot in this segment, and I loved it. I'm here for it. Nikki Cross is awesome.
Yeah, I love Nikki Cross and her interactions with Michael Cole. I loved it. She's so adorable. I just want to hug her. I do anyway. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I thought it was one of the best showings from Alexa in like quite some time. I really liked her as a face in this match. I really did like her, and I loved Nikki cheering her on and the "Come on, Lexi." I just think they're so cute. Genuinely seem like they're really good friends.
I completely agree because I think this was best showing from Alexa since she turned face. I think her face turn has been kind of like, whatever, like this is not what I expected. I wanted all that like acrobatic Alexa. That's not bad. I don't think it's gonna be bad. Alexa had a really good match, and I think having Asuka there definitely helped. I think she has great match when she has like a great opponent like Sasha Banks, Asuka. They really pull greatness out of Alexa, so I love that. What do we think of Asuka losing clean?
That was unexpected for me. Like, she was like the person to be this time last year. But I also think she's at a position now where she doesn't necessarily need the wins, except that she is currently tag team champion. So you're basically shitting on the tag titles again. So like her as a personality, my power just went out, by the way. Did you guys see
I
that?
just noticed that. I was like, what was that?
I don't know what happened. But hey, we're here. I think her as a person does not need to be winning every time, but since she's a tag team champion, she should be winning, or at least not losing clean.
Am I missing something, or where is Kairi Sane?
We're gonna talk about that in news and rumor, but she was in Japan most of the time, and she was just available for WrestleMania apparently.
Okay, that's cool. I was like, where is she? I missed her. But yeah, I do agree with Paloma as well. I do think Asuka is in a place where she can lose cleanly now, but it's the tag team titles. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing major real pushes from them. But
I think especially because Alexa and Nikki has been booked so poorly, so in order to like, balance it just a little bit, I think Alexa needed this win. It's just sad because Asuka was supposed to be Becky's biggest threat just a couple months ago, and now she's just losing clean to Alexa. So,
I'm going to get super technical and psychology of wrestling here from a wrestler side. I think her working a body part, they each both worked a body part, and that's really what basically the whole premises of a match usually is a heel usually concentrates on a body part, usually on the body part that you use to do your finish, so that way you can't hit your finish. So I thought it was really cool and refreshing to see that in a WWE stage, because I don't think you see that too much where somebody's actually working a body part. And like when Alexa went for her flip, she kind of like bent down on her arm because her arm was being worked the whole time. So it's kind of cool to kind of revert back to like the old school typical outline psychology of a match.
Let's briefly talk about Dolph Ziggler and Otis. They had a little backstage fight. They're gonna have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. And then Mandy Rose came in and she was like, I refuse to be a prize that you guys fight over. Great, I love that line.
Me too.
Yeah, I liked it.
Sonya and Dolph was just talking about like, your plan worked.
Everything we've been doing, right?
The headband.
Yeah, don't worry about that right now.
So I hope that finally reveals in last SmackDown right before WrestleMania.
And I kind of feel like that she did sit up for herself, because you don't see that a lot from women, especially in like as WWE past storylines have shown us, they're always won as prizes and stuff. So I think it was kind of cool for her to stand up and be like, no, I'm my own woman. I don't need anybody. But I do want her to be involved a little bit more. Even if it is, I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need any of y'all.
I kind of want like a Trish Stratus at WrestleMania moment, like not turning heel or anything, but I just want her to have that big moment, kissing Otis, like I just want something really sexy and hot.
I'd like it. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Bring it on. I mean, who thought we'd be in lockdown in March 2020 doing this? So, Mandy kissing Otis isn't that crazy anymore. I think go for it, Mandy. Absolutely. I can see it happening.
And she could be a strong, independent woman where she doesn't need nobody and still have
exactly.
Yes,
like exactly. He can be her side piece.
All right, let's move to Raw. So this is the last Raw before WrestleMania. Let's start from the Undertaker segment involving Michelle McCool.
Yes.
Finally, somebody said something
God.
about them using the same finish I wanted them to do this from day one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very excited that he finally said that.
I like that it was mentioned, but at the same time, I couldn't believe that Undertaker is the one that's like, you're just jealous that my wife does it better.
I know.
Oh, is this really happening?
When you put it that way, it is really weird hearing the Undertaker say, you're just jealous of my wife. Better.
Pretty petty, but I love it.
Whoever thought in the year 2020, Undertaker is petty.
I think it's kind of unlikely that Michelle McCool will be involved with the Boneyard match. WWE's trying not to put both couple in a match or in WrestleMania because you can't put both of them in danger. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if, like, say, Beth Phoenix or Michelle McCool can be involved with WrestleMania because they have kids.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so
That makes total sense.
But also, did you notice too? Then the promo Undertaker was like, "Oh, bring Luke and Carl
Drew
Anderson,"
Gallagher?
and then he's like, "Oh, I have my Trinity too." So does that mean he's bringing 2 other people?
So maybe it could be Michelle McCool in, like, a protective gear.
In like a beekeeper's uniform.
You know how, like, in Star Wars, you just kind of, like, beam in? Like a ghost form? That might be it. I don't know. But Becky versus Shayna.
They just keep on tacking each other back and forth with them not looking. So I figured by this time they would be like on the lookout.
Yeah.
I also didn't like where Becky's like, "Oh, let's watch the match last year," and then they played the whole match, and she's all like, "That's the first time I watched the match." Like, come on, Becky, you really think we're gonna believe that you sit there the whole time
for an hour
watching the match?
Literally, Shayna, not even coming from the side, like literally rows behind her. I was like, oh, come on. I mean, really, it's like Becky just farted Shayna and she just rose up and grabbed her. It did what it had to do, I think, to like a certain degree. I think the most I took away from it was Becky has beautiful eyes, and that's really bad. I should have took away from it, like, what she actually was. And I love Becky, I'm Irish, of course I'm going to love her. But I took away from it her eyes, as opposed from, oh, that was fighting talk. Yeah, that seemed real to me. I took away her eyes.
I mean, it was interesting that Becky was talking about Shayna being the shadow of Ronda Rousey, and then she emerged like a shadow behind Becky Lynch.
Maybe that's why. Maybe she wasn't a fart. Okay, I stand corrected.
I did like Becky mentioning Ronda Rousey because Shayna has been defined by Ronda Rousey throughout her career, so I do like that. Finally, Becky's mentioning, I guess, kind of Shayna's insecurity, maybe? Yeah, I mean, the attack was okay.
It wasn't anything like, oh, holy shit. It was good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't.
She's already
like,
bitter.
Wow. Yeah.
Shayna was another wrestler that was really quiet. I cannot deal with
that
it.
too. Becky too, when she was selling on the ground after she got choked out, she wasn't really I mean, I get because it's affecting your throat, but it was just really weird. Like, it's so quiet. Do you guys think if this was just a regular WrestleMania, do you think Ronda would have made an appearance during this match?
Yeah, totally.
I think maybe if Shayna won, I could see Ronda come out and like support her.
Right.
Yeah, but I couldn't see her getting involved in like a physical way. But yeah, maybe.
I don't think she will now. But I think if it was just a regular WrestleMania.
Oh, Paloma, it is confirmed that the truck was supposed to be for her WrestleMania entrance. So we have a match between Asuka and a local competitor, who's literally a local competitor, Kayden Carter.
That took me a minute. I didn't get that. I was like, no, she's in NXT.
I think that's what they're doing, though. I just think they're just using people who live in Florida.
And, you know, Asuka has really been a workhorse of this entire quarantine time. She was on, like, every show, I think.
Yeah, especially on commentary. I know it's a completely different match, but oh my gosh, still totally, even on commentary, love her. And I think they keep on putting her on commentary because everybody across the board loves her.
What do we think of Kayden?
I liked her. I think she did what she had to do. I remember her from the match. You know, could you call it a squash match? I don't think it was a total squash match. No, like, I remembered her, yeah. Like, I think she did well.
And she had some offense in. It's not like she just went out there and got her ass kicked by Asuka either.
Yeah.
Definitely got her offense in. I think she really has a cool look that does make her memorable and makes her stand out. I just wish she had a better name. Kayden Carter, like, you know, like, she looks like an awesome badass, and her name is Kayden Carter.
I think she had, like, one move that was really cool. It was, like, a bottom rope drop kick. Let's talk about Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, a very much of a social distancing segment, where Charlotte just basically, like, just leg appeared out of nowhere.
I hated it. I hated
Why?
It was pointless.
Yeah, I forgot about it. I genuinely forgot about it. I did. What I remember from it now is I thought Rhea's top was very like Natty. It was very like Natalia with the pink flames.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of what I took from it. And I was thinking, what is inside in Rhea's mouth? She kept like grabbing inside her mouth.
Yeah.
Like did Charlotte chip a molar or something? Like, what's going on? That's really all I took from it.
And I love Rhea, and I hated it. I just feel like you have this weird show where like promos are what's like coming through now. Like you have a great Edge promo, you have a great Undertaker promo, you have great Civil now with Asuka, and then you do that. Like that added nothing to their match. It didn't move the storyline forward. It was completely pointless. Like I think I even said it was a waste of makeup. Like it was a waste of makeup to put makeup on Charlotte and Rhea. We should have done that like the very first week that they said they were gonna wrestle.
Yeah,
I'm really hot about it. I hated it that much.
Yeah.
It was so terrible.
I hope Rhea has really good promo on NXT because I think that's the only saving grace. All right, well that was Raw and SmackDown.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. It's like, what is it? Is it too big for one night? Is it? Like, no, WWE. It's because of the coronavirus. That's why. But yeah, I'm excited for NXT. Hopefully, Rhea saves that whole disaster, that little kick and molar missing moment from Monday night, and hopefully SmackDown delivers as well. I'm really excited for it.
They really pushing that. It's too big for one night. They keep on saying
really
that
are, aren't they? They really
and over again. Like,
it's coronavirus. Let's get real.
They can't talk about her.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining in for this week's review. We're gonna do a big live watching party at WrestleMania, so join in. We'll be all alone watching it together. You know,
we're alone with this together.
Yeah, there's one term I learned. I was watching this British show called Interior Design Master on Netflix. I'm gutted.
Oh, gutted. Yeah, absolutely gutted. Thickened.
Gutted. I am absolutely gutted at this WrestleMania, but I am chuffed for this opportunity to FaceTime everyone during WrestleMania. Cian, where can we find you?
I'm very boring. I'm Cian Carrigan on Instagram, and I'm Carrigan Cian on Twitter.
You can find me at Paloma Star on Instagram and Twitter. And please feel free to support me by buying a t-shirt on Teespring or Pro Wrestling Tees, since I can't wrestle.
And you can find me at DShin and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. All right, bye!